Welcome to Sage Sisters. We are sisters, besties, moms, and co-founders having a fun catch-up on parenting and life. Hey, I'm Ann.
And I'm Kate. Welcome to a new episode of Sage Sisters Podcast. It should be a fun one. We have a great guest today. She is a mom and professional chef who is going to talk to us all things cooking for your family, which is a topic just into right now.
I think everyone's into it. Whether you're into it or not, you have to be. That's the
True.
thing. Anybody in our stage of life has to be into this topic a little bit because you got to figure something out. It's like,
Totally.
What are you making for dinner?
I'm excited to breathe a little fresh air into it on my end. I feel like my dinners have been stale AF. So I'm like, all right, we'll get Amanda Fredrickson in here giving us some good inspo and ideas. And she's also a very close friend. So it'll be fun.
She's a true delight. And I also am excited to hear how she does things because you always hear like professional chefs or people who own restaurants and things. Their lives are crazy too. So they're not making these gourmet meals at night usually for their families. I'm curious to know what she does because sometimes that helps me feel better.
Totally.
When somebody with so much talent is still also like, I don't know what to do for dinner all the time, you know?
Yeah.
So
relatable.
We'll see.
All right. Well, before we get to that, what is your high?
My high is that last week we announced our fundraise for Sage Haven, which, yada, yada, yada. No one really cares but us, right? Except I was feeling the love. That's my high. That's how I feel is, okay, cool for us.
Okay.
It's exciting. Yeah. It's the work side of things. And you feel like, I don't know. I'm not the type of person to talk about work all the time. Like if I'm out with my friends socially, I'm not like introducing myself like, what do you do? Oh, I do this. That's just not my personality. Never have been.
That's why people like you. No one wants to really talk about work outside of work.
Hence why I always think no one really cares about work things.
Yeah.
But we got so much love when we had kind of our press release hit last week with our funding announcement. And that's exciting. It gave me the warm and fuzzies, if you will.
Totally. Yeah. No, it was a great week. Also, I feel a real like chapter flip energy. It was like a lot leading up to that. Okay, now we've announced the fundraise. Now we're live. Chapter flip. And that's kind of a nice, moving through milestone energy.
100%. It feels to me we're at a pivotal moment in our company, which is we've been doing this for a while. We've been grinding pre-seed, fundraising, trying to get the product out there. And, we've talked a little bit in different podcasts the last few months about like different things that are happening, but I feel like we're in a really great spot. And we always say this, which is cheesy, but it's like, what a dream to be doing this with you. What a dream to be doing something that we believe in. And I feel like it's going to help people.
Yeah.
Before I really loved my careers and like different jobs I had. It wasn't that I didn't love them, but it was like, okay, I'm helping people have fun by selling wine. That it didn't feel like, okay, we could really help people.
It wasn't as purpose oriented.
There it is.
Yeah. And I probably got 20 plus messages from strangers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was really heartwarming.
Yeah, just like, oh, thank God you're doing this. And then a lot of people like, I'm really passionate about this too. Maybe I could help. Maybe I could take it to my kid's school. So I don't know. That just gave me like all the warm fuzzies.
Loved it. And then I have to pivot just slightly to say that we had kind of a crazy weekend over here. I'll fill you in a little bit, maybe when we hit our low. But we've just been going. And this morning, I literally spent an hour where I probably should have been working out, but I spent an hour cleaning up my life,
I thought you were going to say staring at the wall.
No, I could have. I made Phil go to coffee with me this morning. It's not his favorite thing, but I was like, I need to go to coffee and just like, can we just like have like a quick, I was like, I don't want to jump right into work. I don't want to jump right into like, I got to clean the house. Can we just go? So we did. It was quite delightful. And then I came home and I spent I grinded for an hour.
Cleaning.
Laundry, throw in, clean this, clean the kids' room, change sheets. I was just like crazy.
You got to get your setting right for the week.
And I literally said, it's not so clean, but it's clean enough that my sanity is fine right now.
Yeah, totally.
So that was good.
Well, my high was that I had a very chill weekend after sort of a I needed it, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we had some opportunities, friend, hey, do you want to take the kids to a country concert? Hey, there's a cool wine event at the club. Do you want to go to that? And
Both things sound cool, enticing, but
I declined. I did last this weekend, and man, it felt good. I slept in both days.
Nice.
It was hard to get up this morning.
You're sleeping. I feel like we've been talking about you sleeping. Everybody's going to think you sleep in too much.
Whatever. Judge away. I'm over here just well rested.
Nice. Good for
and
you.
I needed to recharge. I mean, it was a big week post launch, and just it was busy last week. So it felt nice to take it easy. And Friday night, I love the show Rock the Block. This is a new content piece, but do you know the show where they all have the same house and compete?
No, please tell me tell everyone, because you mentioned this to me this weekend when we were talking, and it was like, I got to get Lola to watch the show with me excitement.
Okay.
So tell everyone.
This is HGTV, just to set the stage.
By the way, I love HGTV.
Me too. But if you're an HGTV person, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Ty Pennington is the host, OG Trading Spaces guy.
Specific personality.
He's good in this role.
Yeah.
It's just the right amount of him, which is light touch. Touch.
I think it needs to be said for any HG people in there who's a fan, a light touch of Ty.
Light touch of Ty. And then 4 homes that are identical, and they're just kind of builder grade, layouts there, but nothing's been designed. So they're mid-roll, and they bring in 4 competing design teams. And then each week,
experts, or
they all have at least one. This year's a little funny because it's a Las Vegas house, so they each have one good designer and one pseudo celebrity with them, which I find kind of funny.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, but one designer who kind of really has chops. But I think Drew Lachey is on it. We got Brooke Hogan on it this year. Some people that you might not expect.
Yeah. Who maybe you don't want to know more about, but I'd be fine in a design setting. A light touch of these people.
I could use this for my obsession. I am obsessed with Kim Spradlin Wolf. She was on Survivor.
Who is that?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
She is a Texas-based designer who became famous in her 20s for playing one of the best seasons of Survivor of all time.
Okay.
So I've always admired, she won and cleaned house. The way she won was chef's kiss.
Okay.
And I've liked her ever since, because I was oh man, this woman can operate. And then come to find out, she also likes home design, and she's really good. And she has such a specific point of view.
Fan club? Oh.
Totally. No,
you, Kate Dirksen, #1 fan club.
This is how much of a fan I am. And this is a bit embarrassing. I usually am very strict on buying things, because I'm I don't want to over consume clothes.
You're just doing this because Chris is listening. That is not true.
That is true. Things go on my Pinterest list. They have to sit there for months before I buy. But I saw her on Friday night wearing cute gray tank, cream jean, just the right accessories. I felt very inspired by her. And I was buy a little gray tank on the side. That's all I bought this weekend. But I was just feeling man, I'm obsessed with Kim Spradlin.
I'm going to look her up, because I probably would recognize her by face just because I'm a Survivor person, but I didn't start until later.
Well, she also has her own HGTV show you might know called Why the Heck Did I Buy This House?
Okay.
Does that
sound familiar?
No bells are ringing.
No bells.
Just crickets. Anyways, good show. And here's what's so cute about it. Cal is super into it. My son, he loves building. He was a Magnetiles kid who now loves the creative side of Minecraft, because he can just build these cities. He's a builder.
Yeah.
So he'll watch the show with me, and it was the cutest thing ever. We were cuddled up, and every house he'd be I wouldn't have picked that tile. I didn't like this. I would have taken down that wall. He was just into it. And it was I was so charmed by it. I love a little, mom son TV show moment.
Man, talk about a little content or TV screen time at its finest. That's great.
Yeah.
And you've inspired me. I want to watch it with Lola, because she is more into the fashion side than the building side, but she likes design as well, fashion of the house as well. So.
Have you ever done Project Runway with her?
We actually, we started it. We never got through it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Maybe I'll try it again, because I think that for the most part, she would love that show.
Mhm.
And, you know, there's a little bit of like, it takes a little bit of time to get to the fashion at the
Yeah.
end,
Maybe a little slow.
but the overall concept she would be obsessed with.
Yeah.
She always
Anyhow.
is like, I have such good fashion. So I'm
Totally.
like, you know, of course you do.
Well, and then so we had 2 chill days, pretty light on kids sports, just like 1 game each, which
Mhm.
was nice. It was beautiful weather. And then Chris, well, they're our friends, but you know, they came from his side. So I still
Yeah.
say Chris's friends. But they came out yesterday and we just had a nice chill pool day. We cooked burgers. It felt like a summer kickoff.
I love that.
It was great. So I'm feeling rested. Okay,
I
flip
cannot
to your
say
low.
we had the same weekend. Now, I did this to myself. We're in
Yeah.
travel ball. We're in
Okay.
travel baseball. And
Yeah.
my goodness, are we in travel baseball? It's like,
Yeah.
it's
a
all
lot.
like, you know, and yeah, we're finding out it's too much, you know?
Mhm.
Anyways, it's like we have tournaments almost every weekend. So we ended up losing a game pretty early yesterday. And like where I wish that we would have played better, I was like, oh, I got a little bit of Sunday left. You know, we ended up being able to do what
How
we were
many
supposed.
games? Like, I don't even can't wrap my head around. How many baseball games did you have this weekend?
We only had 3.
Only? That's a lot.
Yes. And that's because we lost.
Also, baseball takes forever.
We
Even
would've
Cal's
had-
game. I want it to be an hour, and it's like a full hour 45. And I'm like,
Well,
whoa.
Yeah, I was going to say travel ball now. I didn't realize that there used to be a time cap of like an hour 15. It's 145. And each game goes a minimum of 145.
It's so much baseball field time.
It's a lot. And so we were going to have 5 games. And that's
Oh,
like the
God.
average.
Yeah,
5
thank God
games.
they lost.
I know. But Ace had a great, like his first game when he's pitching, he pitched the game of a life. Like we were just,
You're
you know,
so
as parents,
dramatic. Listen to that game of a
I
lifetime.
know.
Everyone, he's 9.
It was
Okay.
insane. It was insane. Anyways, I'm joking, but so there were highs of it. It's not
Yeah.
all bad, but it's, you
Yeah.
know, it's a lot. But I just want to say, is there a full moon or something that I'm not aware of? Because all 3 of my kids were nuts this weekend.
Oh, really?
Like usually we get one being nuts and the other 2 who are like,
Yeah,
you know,
whack-a-mole
little
style.
chill. I couldn't control it. Like there were points where I was like solo in the car with all 3 kids and they're all doing something, talking
Mhm.
and fired up about something. And I was like, I need to
Okay.
like put earmuffs on.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Okay.
So we're just, both Phil and I had to be patient at different times. It's like, I'm not patient. Can you take them?
Yeah.
I'm not. And then we'd switch. Like
Losing it.
literally. Yeah.
I love the
back and forth.
baton pass. I had one last night at bedtime. I was just getting tired.
Yeah.
And Cal wanted a specific book we couldn't find.
Mhm.
And I was just like, I can't find it, bro. Like, move on. We got to move on. No, I have to find that book. I go, Chris, tapping you in. You're in.
Yeah.
I can't look for this book anymore. You're in.
That was our entire weekend.
Okay.
Every little thing was setting each of them off. And so it would be like Phil would lose his mind and then I come in like, oh, honey, have a little more patience, you know? And I'd be
Yeah.
like, I got this. And then I'd go in. And all of
You
a
know
sudden
what
I'd
it's
be like,
giving me?
oh, I
Do you
can't.
remember
do
when
it.
we put up peel and stick wallpaper? And just when a bubble would about send us, we'd have
Yeah.
to tap out and be like, you're
We'd
in.
switch and
You're
be like,
in.
my-
I'm about to lose it.
My arms are shaking and I'm so upset with that bubble on the wall. Yeah, it had the exact same energy. And I would say we lasted about the same amount of time as I did on the wall. You know, it would be
Okay.
like
Yeah.
10 minutes. And I'd be like, never mind. I don't have patience.
And I'm
You're
out.
back in.
And I'm out. And I'm out.
Was 10 minutes enough for you to cool
Yeah.
off? Because you're back in.
Oh no, that sounds
Uh,
exhausting.
It was a lot. And then on top of it, I have been receiving like an ungodly amount of sign up sheets for the end of the year stuff. And I can't handle it. It's like things that I would normally sign up for. I don't have the capacity this week.
Just do less.
I'm trying. And then I'll say like, you know what? Other parents can do this time. I'm not in the right headspace. I'm
Mhm.
sure there's people out there maybe in a better headspace. And the next time I'll take it.
Yeah.
I keep getting hit with this request. Like I can't get these requests to stop. It's like they don't have people signing up, so they keep sending them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, come on, somebody else step up. You know,
Yeah.
like I have such alligator arms for these sign up sheets. I'm like, I don't wanna. Don't wanna.
I feel like, well, this is my mental model. Like, on the whole, am I doing my part? Am I kind of holding my own weight? Like, it takes a lot to run these schools and these events and like make it good.
100%. Yeah.
but I don't need to overdo my allotment, you know? And I feel like you have already volunteered quite a bit. You did the custodian gifts and all this other stuff. Like, I feel like you're pulling your weight.
Well, I do feel like this year is the year I've been taking your energy of doing less. So
Yeah.
I feel like overall in the last 3 years, hell yeah, I've pulled my weight.
Well, that's what I'm
this
talking
year,
about. Big picture.
I have not pulled my weight this year.
Okay.
And I'm like trying to see my way out with alligator arms. I'm like, no, I don't want to
It's
do
just
it.
not
But
the
then like
time.
every
It's not the
once in a
time.
while.
And
then
then later in a year or two, you can give a little more. You know, it
Yeah.
all will balance. But I just sent out a humongous email to room parents with a gajillion things between now and the end of school. And I was
You're the annoying person. You're the person I can't
I'm just
handle
the
right now.
messenger. I'm just the messenger.
Listen, those messengers are what's making my neck like I got such a tight wad back here.
I tried to lace it with a lot of "we're so grateful for yous," but
This
there
morning,
was a number of signups for science night and teacher appreciation and all the things.
all the things.
Yeah.
This morning at our coffee date with Phil, I was like kind of wanting him to say like, when you get a massage, it's fine. But like we've also spent a lot with different things going on. So it's not like the perfect time for me to be like going out and just getting a massage. So I was like kind of putting my toe in the water, like my neck really hurts. I think I should get a massage,
Just crickets on the other side.
No, he's like, I'll give you a massage. I was like, we both know that's going to last 10 minutes. Like I really need a good massage.
Yeah.
But the fix was like, we'll just do it at home. It was like the DIY that I wasn't looking for.
I love when you also then have to like put guardrails on it. Be like, I need 30 minutes and it's not for some other purpose that you have in your mind. I really
literally said that.
Yeah.
I literally was like, listen, it's all good. Like, I love you, but also I actually want a massage.
I need you to put your back into it.
Yeah. And
not in the way you want.
And yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well said.
Thank
well
you.
said.
All right.
All right. Did you say your low? I got so into my low. I don't think you have said your low.
What is my low? I had such a nice weekend. I can barely think of it.
What a jerk.
Just rubbing it in.
Yeah, pour salt in that wound right now.
I had one earlier and it's just eluding me. So maybe we don't need to.
Mine was
too many lows.
I had twos, so I just did one for you.
Yeah. I guess just like a busy week. And I don't know. I got nothing.
I got something.
Oh, I just thought of it. We can even cut that out if it was too much hemming and hawing. It's a light low, which I do think speaks to good week.
Okay.
I tried to be a hero to myself by starting to do the coffee setup the night before. So last night,
per my advice,
per your advice. So last night I set it up, and this morning I stumbled downstairs, and I wasn't used to it being ready, so I dumped it out.
What? It's hot. It's steaming.
And then I was mad at myself. I was like, dang it, it was ready. And now I have to redo it. And then Calvin, who's right behind me, goes, well, it looks like it's hard for you to make coffee without your coffee. I go,
good one,
you're
Cal.
actually, yeah, he was proud of it. And I was actually proud of it.
That's a really good one.
It was, wise words from Cal Dirksen.
I cannot believe you did that. There's no greater feeling than coming down and having it ready.
Well, there's no worse feeling than having it ready and then dumping it out and then having to redo it like a dum-dum. It's like,
that's worst case scenario for sure.
So anyways, this is my second batch of coffee that I made today. And anyways, it's hidden. I'm good.
I love that. Well, I had a cup this morning from the pot that I set last night.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm on to my iced coffee from
your store-bought. Yeah.
My store-bought coffee shop.
I can hear Phil. This is why you can't have massages.
Well, I literally was like, I know this is a little needy, but would you go to coffee with me? And he's like, yeah, okay. And then I went one step too far. And I was like, what about like, no, I said, what about like an afternoon walk? I was like, there was like a cute couple that always walks around our neighborhood and they were walking as we were driving back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, look, that looks nice. You want to go for a walk for me later? And he just goes, no. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
Cool. I'll be over here. All right. Well, do you have an everything's not awful story for us today? I believe it was your week.
I do. And it's a little silly, but I also thought it was cute.
Let's hear it.
There was an Indian wedding going on So everybody is dressed up for, like in the Indian
Mm-hmm.
outfits. What do you call those?
Sorry.
Saris. Thank you. 400 people in attendance, huge wedding. And it gets interrupted mid ceremony by a tornado warning.
Oh, no.
And so everyone had to evacuate, and they had to go to the closest, I guess, right by the church was a gym. Yeah,
Okay.
a shelter. So they all went into the local gym right next door.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a junior volleyball tournament going on. So all of them are together sheltering.
Yeah.
And the bride was like in tears, and like it was kind of, a sad moment. So all the volleyball players and all their families got up, and like then they all started to like try to pick up the bride and like all have fun together.
Physically pick her up, or what are
no,
we talking
no,
about?
I'm sorry, like a beat lifter. Like they
Oh,
all
okay,
started to like
I was
celebrate
like,
with
that's so
them.
weird.
No,
That's so weird.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm not saying this in the best way. But then they all started to celebrate together, and they had one huge party. So then they were invited, and so they all partied together and had this amazing ceremony.
Oh,
and
that's
like
cute.
them talking
At
about
the gym, or did they make it back over to the church?
at the
Or where?
gym. I think
Okay.
that they were there for a while
Oh,
during
I
the
see. So they
during-
turned it into a wedding.
They turned it into a huge positive. So the outcome
Cute.
was that the bride and groom said it was the best thing to ever happen. They ended
Aw.
up loving the ceremony, and like everyone just had so much fun together, and they ended up laughing and like it being a great experience.
I can't hear about an Indian wedding without going into an absolute shame spiral over here.
I know.
With a memory.
I tell everyone because I actually was thinking about it too, and I wasn't even. I was
hearing your
embarrassed.
story, and I was like embarrassed for myself from like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine was having an Indian wedding, and I was helping, like just being a friend to her, and I knew that she was wearing like an Indian outfit. In my mind, all the guests were wearing Indian outfits. I show up at this wedding, it's black tie. I'm a white person in a sari. She's the only one, her and like her mom. And I wanted to die. I was like so embarrassed for myself. And I'm still not over it.
Did you try to like change? Did you try to like make that?
I was like,
a
I'm going to
black
leave.
tie?
But she's like, no, you're perfect. It's fine. And I was just like, oh my God. And it was bright
Should've
pink.
checked-
Everyone
should've
is in like,
checked
everyone is in like just black off the shoulder gorgeous dresses, and I'm in a hot pink sari, and they're all Indian, and I still like like oh, okay, we got to move on. It's gonna be a new
I'm like blushing for you, and I love it so much.
It was so long ago. Do you have these memories from your past where it's like
yes,
you can't forgive your old self for just the
No.
stupidity?
I have a few that just are like you
so
just
cringe.
immediately start like my chest is
Seizing
getting all
up.
red,
Yeah.
and like you
Oh.
think about you in that moment of just pure
Oh.
embarrassment, and it's just hard to go back.
Mortification.
Yeah,
Yikes. Yikes.
everyone's got to have those moments, right?
Oh my God. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Get me out of here.
All right. Well, let's move on to introducing our guest.
Wonderful. Let's hit the segment. I am very excited to introduce a special guest today who is a very good friend of mine. I'm very lucky that Amanda Fredrickson is here. She is well, I'll kind of let her do her background because she'll do it better than me. But in my mind, she's the best cook that has ever existed, and is now an entrepreneur, restaurateur, influencer, and awesome mom. So Amanda, welcome to the Sage Sisters pod.
Thank you guys. This is so exciting. I'm so happy to be here.
We're so excited to have you. And I will correct you just a little bit. It's probably chef.
Oh.
We call ourselves home cooks, but you're the chef.
I don't call
so.
myself a chef. I call myself a cook.
Okay.
The discrepancy before was like if you own a restaurant, you're a chef. But I own 5 now, and I'm like I'm still not a chef. So I don't know when I get there.
You're there, baby. You're there.
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, sorry.
You're there for modest. We don't know what
Yeah.
that's like.
That's not familiar. Okay. Now, I also know a little bit about your background, and I think it was so cool how you got into cooking and like sort of made a little career pivot. Would you give us a little taste of how you even got here?
Yeah. So I kind of started my career in nonprofit fundraising and events. When we met, I was at Stanford University working for the Children's Hospital, raising money for those underserved kids that don't have insurance. And kind of while we were living in the Bay Area, fell in love with the food scene. It's hard not to love food when you live in the Bay Area, and just kind of fell in love and tried to explore it. And then one day I went into my boss's office at the foundation and he was like, "You're one of the hardest workers. You're like, we're so thankful to have you. Here's a raise, here's a bonus, here's all the things." And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I can't, I love what I'm doing, but it's not like what I want to be passionate about. So I kind of quit my job, went straight into cooking school, went to cooking school at San Francisco Cooking School, and kind of pivot from there. So I landed in the test kitchen at Williams Sonoma for a couple years. And then we moved from San Francisco to Los Angeles. And I kind of went freelance and started the whole internet, food styling, cookbook writing gig that I did before Radish.
Now, is cooking school like all types of different people, or is this like really intense, right out of, I don't know,
Yeah.
what's cooking school people like? Were you old?
I love it. I was not old. There was a retired person in there. So the one I went to was very much like a career changer. It was 6 months. There's kind of two different thoughts. You could go to CIA right out after high school, and that's 2 years. It's super expensive. It's highly specialized. Whereas what I went to was like geared towards people who loved food and kind of wanted to pivot into the food landscape. So it was 4 months like in a cooking classroom where we cooked every day. We had, chef's whites on, everything. And then 2 months at a stage or an internship in order to graduate.
I have a question, if you don't mind answering. How old were you when you switched careers? Because I love this topic and I find it so empowering when people switch careers.
And you're not allowed to switch careers. You're locked in.
You're
trying to get out. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, correction. Not for me, but other people.
Yeah. So it was 2013. How old was I then? I think I probably was like 33, 34. It was definitely post after I'd gotten married, kind of after these like milestones that you think of in your life. So I think I was probably 34. If I was able to do math, I would tell you, but it was like early 30s.
That's amazing. Well, and I was kind of thinking about it when I had to switch careers a little bit. And it's a really scary thing to do. So for you to jump out and do that and switch like completely into a different industry is so awesome.
Thank you.
So
I think you learn obviously more about yourself every year. Is like, I don't think of the consequences, and that's kind of been good sometimes. But now I look back and I'm like, God, that is kind of scary. I had friends being like, "You're totally nuts. Like, what are you doing?" But I think, I don't know. I trust myself so I can figure it out. That's my motto in life.
It's kind of a funny story arc to be like, I was helping kids at a nonprofit and then I said, screw it. I'm going to go to cooking school.
I don't want to help kids anymore. I never framed
it like that. But I was thinking of helping people. I want
to help myself.
That's right.
Well, although, I mean, what is a bigger service industry than
That's
food?
True.
But,
That's true.
Okay, cool. So now walk us through, you have 105,000 Instagram followers. This is like legit influencer in my book. That's just on IG. I'm sure there are other platforms involved and we could get to a bigger number there. But like, what is it like to be kind of internet influencer life?
Well, I will be totally honest. I don't think of myself as an influencer, and maybe that's why I'm the world's worst influencer. But when I left the test kitchen at Williams Sonoma, I had kind of heard. It was 2016. So I kind of started putting cringy pictures of food on the internet. Like I had started dipping my toe in that water. And then the social media person for Williams Sonoma and I became really close friends. And we would play around in the test kitchen. We would just like make recipes to show on Instagram. And it just wasn't that big at the time. So it was still kind of cringy and no one would put their face on. Like it wasn't what it is today. But when I moved to LA, I had heard about people just kind of making a living off of the internet, like putting pictures out, putting recipes out. And so I was like, well, I can do that. And I just started kind of doing that and posting regularly. At the time, I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I think it's really important to kind of be an influencer with a sole purpose. And so I knew I wanted to kind of do something in the food world. So I was like, I'll just build this up to kind of build it into something else that's more sustainable. And so it's been super fun over the years. I feel like I'm a grandma on the internet sometimes. I've been doing the kind of like food shtick since 2015, 16. So I've seen it.
You were OG.
Yeah.
You were
change.
OG.
I've seen it iterate. And kind of, you don't you dare put a picture of yourself out there. It's only food, to now where it's like super forward facing as a creator. And it's fun, but it also comes with kind of, a lot of pressure too, to always be creating. And I think that's where I struggle with the internet is like, you always have to be putting out content and it's hard. Right. It's hard when you're a mom. It's hard when you're a business owner. Like it is hard to be present on the internet with what the internet needs for you to grow and survive, if that makes sense.
Well, and it just seems that the growth sometimes is now you have a huge following and your content I love. We promote you all the time. It's like, fantastic recipes and just really not cringy content. But sometimes what's trending, to stay on top and get more people is like you have to do these trends and whatnot. And I find that to be the part you were talking about, the cringe part.
So cringe. Or I see creators kind of crying on the internet. I'm like, guys, if I start crying, please just come pull me off. Like, take me away.
Yeah.
I think that there is the level of where you can show up. And I think sometimes it becomes too performative. And so that's what I struggle with, like this new level of influencer it's super performative.
Well, we call it talking heads content, but it unfortunately performs so much better. Like even for, the different Sage brands, Sage Parents, Sage Sisters, Sage Haven, it's like, dang it. What works is Ann and I looking at a camera going, hell,
I know.
Right.
But it does because you feel a connection, right? I see you.
But I can't, I can't get over it. Like, I'm not taking a ring light into a restaurant. I'm not like, you know what I mean? You see people, influencers in the wild and I'm like, I cannot.
But I think that's because of our age. I think we're
old
of that generation. In college, we did not have, I had a cell phone, but I don't think I took it anywhere. I think I had it and then I left it at home because all my friends would be where I'm going. I didn't need to talk to my parents. And so we are on that cusp of like, we thank God we didn't have social media in college. Just not even digital cameras. We had film.
100%.
Goodness,
I know.
Well, and probably it's just our generation, our age, judging each other about cringe too, right? The younger generation, that's just what they grew up with. They, that's how people are making money. That's what they aspire to do or what they do.
Yeah.
So it's we're in our own heads about it for sure.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, tell us a little bit about your family. Of course, I know the scoop, but like set the stage of, because the topic here is like how we feed our family. And I think a lot of our listeners are moms of elementary school age, some middle school, some younger, but like all of us are day in and day out schlepping through meals for our family. And really, you are the expert. So tell us about your family and tell us about how you think about feeding them.
So I've got two kids, 6 and 8. They're both girls. One's in kindergarten, one's in first grade. And then, of course, my husband. And I will be totally clear and totally honest. Like, it is a schlep for me, too. I work in the food world. I can make you whatever you want for dinner. But the daily, day in, day out of making meals can be like a total schlep. So I try and think of it. We don't eat out a ton. We eat mostly kind of in, just because I worry about quality sometimes and kind of food waste and packaging waste you get a lot of times from like the Uber Eats or DoorDash.
Are you not bringing home meals from your restaurants?
We are 100% bringing home meals. So we're like really fortunate in the fact of like, if I'm like, I really don't want to cook, we can just get Radish or we can stop at Little. So it's like a huge help. And then that's the kind of food that we make. It's like, I want to help families, especially at Little Red. We have a great frozen section where you can grab meals and then kind of defrost them, cook them up for your family. That's good quality. And so, but I will say it is like, it's a slog. I'm excited when like tonight I don't have to cook and I'm really excited about it. We're going out. So I'm like, the girls will just end up having kind of like whatever's around. But,
now, are they excited about Radish food? So Radish is an amazing, healthy, how do you describe it? Salad. I call it a salad.
Yeah. So it's like a healthy salad, bowls, wraps place. Yep.
It is so good, by the way. I know we'll talk about it at the end, but I was just there yesterday, actually. I'm addicted to your chicken Caesar wrap with the like crunchy chickpeas.
We just changed the wrap, so I'm really happy to hear it. I just have one.
Yeah. It's really good. But it, I do appreciate though, it's a place you can go when I'm always worried about health and like when sports nights or different things, it's so overwhelming when I'm not ahead of it. Like sometimes I try to prep ahead, but that doesn't always happen.
It's hard.
So it's nice to have a place that I feel like is good quality and healthy and you can just go right in and get it and it's quick. So
how many locations you got now?
So we've got 4 Radish and then 1 little
wow,
like kind of all day market, coffee shop and market. So it's been really fun. And I mean, I think I am my own customer, right? Like I want quick, easy, healthy food. I want to know that it's good quality. I want to make it really a quick decision. And I want to be there for the community to make those easy, quick decisions. Like one less thing for like a parent to worry about. I think that's super important. Totally. And I know people are always like, well, how do you meal prep? And I'm not a huge meal prepper. I would love to be, but then I'm like, that's my Sunday that I'm spending like focused on meal prepping. And it's like I see people do that and I'm like, I don't know how you do that.
I also like can't predict what I'm gonna want.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
I'll meal prep and then I'll have it ready and I'm like, I don't want
Yeah,
it anymore.
yeah, that's a good point, right? You're eating.
Well, walk us through your kind of week or daily. Like, how do you feed your family? Like, are you going to the grocery daily? Are you planning for the
Yeah.
week? Like, what does that look
So
like?
I do have to plan for the week. Since moving to Nashville, like we don't have like easy access to kind of stopping by the grocery store. When we lived in California, there was a market on every corner that you could be like, go pick up some tomatoes, or so you have to be a little more thoughtful here. But so Sunday morning, I'll go grocery shopping for the week, and I'll get kind of.
And where are you grocery shopping? Is it a healthier store or are you just going to Publix? Where's your
It is
shop?
Whole Foods. I'm like a big price. Like I check prices everywhere. I didn't know. I like. I always find that I get the better prices at Whole Food because I don't know why. I mean, obviously because of Amazon, but I have become that like price checker. So I will go to Amazon.
That's actually good to know because I still have a whole paycheck in my head as like the nickname.
Yeah. Well, at least here, Publix is so
Well,
expensive.
it's probably changed.
Yeah. And so I'm price checking. So I know where to go for each little item, but it's normally Whole Foods. And I can get most everything there. And we'll kind of plan out, I make breakfast and lunch for my kids and then dinner probably 3 or 4 nights a week for my family. And so, yeah.
What's your breakfast? I want to get into this. Like what are the kids eating for
So I'll tell you what
breakfast?
so today was late start. So they didn't start school until 9. So we had like an extra hour. So, and maybe this is a recipe I can share with you guys, but I do these banana like protein pancakes for them. And I'll sneak in like a little spinach and you basically throw everything in a blender, blend it together and then just cook it on the stovetop. And it's made with oats and eggs and banana and a little bit of Greek yogurt. So they've got like a ton of protein. It fills them up. They still think that it's like a treat because they can dip it in syrup. But that's a good one. And then I'll put in spinach and they always kind of complain.
Now, are you pre-making batter? Or are you blending?
I'm just throwing it in like as I am drinking coffee in the morning, I throw it together and then blend it and then cook it. It sounds a lot more intensive than it is, but it is kind of like an eyeball recipe. Throw it together. And then,
Well, and I will post these. I'll put the recipes in our show notes from you or tag something that you've posted already. So people can have.
I mean, it's like kind of on our weekly rotation. They want that sugary sweet breakfast, but I'm like, this is kind of like a middle ground. I know that there's good ingredients in there, and it'll keep them full. I'm more concerned about protein than I am necessarily getting. It sounds bad, but all like the vegetables. Like I want to make sure that they're full because I think if they're full, they won't grab those like really sugary snacks. So we did those banana pancakes, just like a really quick egg, and then some strawberries. That was their breakfast. And then we like,
that sounds good.
Or I'll do my oldest. I also think eating patterns depend on which kid. So my oldest like will just devour anything in the morning. She's just like eating and eating and eating. And then my youngest is a lot like me, who just like needs like a coffee and is good until noon. And so like she doesn't drink coffee.
I pictured her with a cig and a coffee.
I think one day she will be that person. I make her like a smoothie and she has like 2 sips and then that's it. But so they're just so different where they get the calories. And my pediatrician had said that. And he's like, a lot of times kids, they'll kind of like try and get as much as they can from breakfast or lunch. So don't be discouraged if they're not eating dinner. And so thinking about it in a different way than necessarily like how I eat, right? Like I don't have breakfast. I'll have like a medium lunch and then a big dinner. It just depends on kind of like how you like to eat. And so I try and take that into consideration between the 2 girls. Olivia will have like a full 8-course breakfast if I made it for her. And then Palmer is more of like a sipper. But on days that they don't have late start, I'll do like when we have like we don't have the extra hour, I'll do a smoothie. I'm a big fan of smoothies. You just shove as much stuff in there as possible. And with bananas, frozen fruit, some spinach or cauliflower, peanut butter, and then a protein powder. The one that I use, I just put it in there too because I like it. And then oatmeal. So my oldest will eat a lot of oatmeal, and I just make that pretty quickly.
What are some things for breakfast like always have on hand? So do you always have frozen fruits and frozen like spinach to throw in the smoothie?
Always have that because you can make a smoothie. You can put it into baked oatmeal. I think eggs. Frozen fruit, frozen spinach, and then oats are great kind of like all around. If you have some of those, you can kind of put them together to make a really like a tasty meal. And then a lot of fruit. Like I buy a lot of fruit. They don't eat a ton of vegetables, but they'll eat fruit. And I feel like that's a win because of course you have like fruit sugars,
Yeah.
but you have the fiber and it's just kind of so much better for them than like a packaged snack.
Are your kids picky at all, or
They are.
they will eat
Olivia
what you
is
make?
like, she's
Olivia's picky.
picky.
Okay.
Yeah. She's basically a tween right now. She won't eat anything. And I don't know if that's because she knows I like food and it's like her power play, you know?
Yeah. This
Mhm.
is like the ultimate rebellion again.
Yeah.
She like wants to like, one up me. But she's also a lot like me. Like she loves bread, she loves bagels, she loves all of that, those food groups. And then
Same
my
girl.
youngest she's more inquisitive. She doesn't want to miss out. So if like Luke and I are having dinner and we're like, God, this is so good, you'll see her kind of look over and be like, oh, what is it? Like I want that. And she has to eat it off my plate to like, it's a control thing. I think all of it is a control thing. So she'll try, she'll eat sushi. She ate shrimp the other day, shrimp and quinoa she liked. So she's more adventurous. She'll eat, more vegetables.
I love that mind game they play with us. The food tastes better when it comes off our
Yeah,
plates, not theirs, or
100%.
somebody else's
Yeah.
plate. Yeah.
But it is a power control. It's like a control thing.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
All right.
So do you-
Oh, go ahead, Tam.
Well, I was just going to say, are you making lunches or do you go to a school that provides like a healthy
Yeah,
lunch?
so we do go to a school that has a cafeteria. We tried it the first year and I decided not to do it. I couldn't, I'm not a big proponent of not letting them eat things, right? Like they can eat all sorts of things, but I want to understand the quality of things, that the majority of things should be quality that goes into their little bodies, and they weren't making good choices, and how can a kindergartner make a good choice on what to eat?
Here. We have a school that is unlimited for their choices. And I'm like, it's a free for all. And even if we have an account that like they can pull from, but even if you're in the negative, like even if I decided not to put money on that account, they'll take you into
They're
the
still
negative.
taking the
There's
Doritos. Yeah.
they will still take ice cream, Doritos, whatever. And there's no limit. Like they could have that every day. And it's so frustrating. I'm like, shouldn't like ice cream be a Friday only option for kindergartners at least?
I mean, 100%. We were doing it, and
Yeah.
I think Olivia was just eating like, I don't know, like cookies. And so I was like, and I'm paying for it, right? You're paying however much a meal times 2 every day for, 4 weeks a month. And I was like, I can just do this and it'll be better. And they don't enjoy it. They're angry that I'm doing it. But it's like, even my younger one, Palmer, got in the car yesterday. She's like, hey, you know what? I stole some cookies at the cafeteria. They let me have it. I'm like, okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
So they'll get in line.
Coming
And
clean.
Yeah.
Takes a drag. I got some cookies.
Yeah. Not to mention your cookies from Radish are amazing. She's probably just, it's like the school cookies are better for
They're
her.
like sneaking into line in the cafeteria.
Yeah. I am grateful for California when I hear this, because the school lunch, it's still got cafeteria energy, but it's all healthy stuff, like for the most part. I mean, yes, they can eat a breadstick filled with cheese, but like they have a rainbow bar. There's no Doritos in sight. There's no ice cream in sight. So it's a little bit more of a, captive.
Yeah.
They have to eat something there. I think.
And your lunch is free, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's.
But I will
know.
say,
Not-
for the
not
record,
worried
it
about
is
that.
my least favorite task of the day is making lunch. I find it so annoying. Like, it's not,
Yes.
I see that stuff on the internet where people are making these like 5-course meals, and it's
carving a heart into it.
Well, I was going to say, Lily came home the other day and she was like, my cucumbers aren't stars. I was like, well, they're not going to be, Like,
you're lucky.
I'm
you got-
sorry.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I struggle with that. We have those bento boxes, which I really like, and I'll put kind of lots of fruits, like kind of a healthier snack, like, like popcorn or something, like the Smart Choice. They like that. And then a sandwich. We don't really do peanut butter and jellies. I'm really into these. This is like from the 90s that I used to eat. Is you take an English muffin and you put some pizza sauce on it, and then you put some cheese on it, and you throw that in the toaster oven, and it's like your own little personal mini pizza. So they
Love that.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm always struggling for lunch options too, and I will say this is controversial, but I just got rid of the bento boxes because I hated cleaning them. Now I know, so I went with some like I have some like earth friendly like throwaway things that I can do, which still may not be the best, and then I have just a couple like cylinder things that I can
they don't
fill
lose
up, but then I'm not. They don't lose it. They haven't yet. And it feels easier to me. Now, it was only for my own. Like the bento boxes are great. It was only just because in my mind, that was the biggest task is washing, getting them dry to be able to redo them the next day. I was like, I'm over this. So
I mean, I just throw it in the
we'll see how
dishwasher,
it
but
goes.
like, or I'm like, we're just going to reuse it. You guys didn't put it in the dishwasher. It's dirty. We're just going to go with it. So
Reuse. I should have done that.
All right, let's talk dinner or snacks. I mean, snack could be its own meal, but wherever your heart desires. You want to talk snacks or dinner? Snacks.
Yeah. How are you fighting that hanger that comes home when the kids are right after school?
So they go to like an aftercare through school, and this is one of my it's like something I need to bring up with the school. They have second snack, and if I don't pick them up by a certain time, they have second snack, which is Nutella. And I'm like, we could find like a better snack option here. So if you don't get them before that, then they have Nutella before dinner.
Oh wow!
See, I'm not a big snacker, so I don't have snacks around. My mindset is like, if it's here, I'll eat it. And so I try and limit like the endless amounts of snacks. And I have, so I have a bunch of fruit just like hanging out on the kitchen table. And then again, like I've seen it on the internet and I don't love it. The Snackle boxes. Have you seen those?
Yes, I have. They're like a tackle box with all the different snacks.
But I like the idea.
That's so Tennessee, you too.
There's moms that have like a Snackle box in the car waiting.
Yeah. Every baseball game
I can see
that
like
I go to, there's a Snackle box.
A fishing vest.
They sell Snackle boxes now. But on the weekends, I will put out a big tray of fruit, maybe like throw a vegetable that's not going to get eaten, and then like healthier snacks on the table so then they can just eat it as they come, because they're like little, I don't know, ninjas now and can climb up and find the food. So I feel like if I make it really easy for them on like the end of the counter, then they can just walk by and grab it instead of figuring out like another snack, which might not be as good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And what are some snacks that beyond fruit? Do you have any beyond fruit that you kind of make or purchase?
I don't make snacks, unfortunately. That's not, I've also seen the people.
That's actually really kind of nice to hear, you know, because it's like not all of us want to make all the snacks either.
I've seen like the homemade goldfish, and I'm like, just eat the goldfish. Like goldfish are so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
But, I like, and you can get them from Costco. Like I'll do the fig bars, which I love, not necessarily like fig Newtons, but they're like the healthier fig bars.
Is that the Nature
brand?
Yes. Or you know what I'm talking about?
There's like,
that's not quite right, but those are yummy.
Yeah, like there's a red one and a blue one. And then the name just really irks me, but they're good quality, made good. Like, have you...
I hate
why would they go? It's like Gooder. Why would they do that? These brands.
I know.
So I do.
But they do have good snacks though.
They were the best bar for a while on Yucca too. You know, that's another thing too. Do you use any apps to like try to guide you to healthy things?
I don't.
Okay, you just have it up here in the knowledge.
She's old actually noggin. One of three of us know what the hell we're doing.
Or I just make it up. Like, but that's not my personality. Right?
Are you flippy when you're buying? Are you looking at ingredients? Like, do you know? Oh, bicarbonate. I don't even know what I'm saying. But like.
I mean, some of them. Like, I do know there's some certain things, right? What drives me nuts is peanut butter or all like the nut butters. If you look. Yeah. Most of them, because people are so uncomfortable like stirring it, is made with palm oil, and palm oil is really bad for humans, for the environment, all of the things. So there are definitely like certain things that I will look for, and nut butter is one of them. But sometimes I kind of like, and another thing, this is absolutely not me like sponsoring Whole Foods, but I go to places where I trust that they're gonna kind of wade through some of that. So. In theory, I know it sounds like a little bit ironic with Amazon, but I do know that Whole Foods is a little stricter on what they bring in, which I appreciate.
Totally.
Yeah, they've changed their whole personality. Yeah. Like, I know obviously it was Amazon, but it's like I do find the food to be so much better quality, better choices. And the cost is actually not that bad. And I was like Kate for a long time. I always thought it was the most expensive place. So I like Whole Foods.
Well, I don't have one around here, so my knowledge is like very out of date.
They have, and I think in Tennessee especially, we don't have a lot of like kind of like smaller, fresh grocery stores. I think their prices are good, and so I struggle with like, is Jeff Bezos really like supporting our food system in a good way? But you do get the best price.
We gave up on that because I just sometimes I need something delivered overnight. Forgot about that birthday party. Bada bing, bada boom,
all the time. So. Okay. But I do say Costco has really good snacks. Maybe that's where I'm into like knowing where to go. You can get all of those things pretty cheap at Costco. And I Instacart Costco because I don't ever actually want to go to a Costco.
Now, that is so smart. One of my neighbors Instacarts Costco, and I'm always so jealous every time she does it. And I always fight the crowd, and I'm like, why don't I do this?
I mean, I get really overwhelmed in places like that. So,
Mhm.
but then I told my sister, she's like, well, you're not getting the points. And I'm like, it's okay. Like,
Yeah,
my sanity
right.
is worth not having whatever.
Totally.
I make Crisco. I
Yeah.
can't deal with Costco. He has to do that one.
If it's weekday, no kids, I actually am fine there.
Yeah.
But most of the time that doesn't fit in my schedule. And it's usually I'm dragging a kid
Yeah.
or it's like a weekend and I want to hurt
Fighting.
myself. It's
Yeah,
awful.
you're fighting.
Too much.
And
Too
you
much.
leave, like Luke is not allowed at Costco because he goes and he starts buying clothes. I'm like, we are not here for the clothes section. Like, we have a tag. He goes and is like trying on pullovers, and I'm like, oh my god,
No, Luke. No.
No, listen, they have good stuff there. And I knew Kate wouldn't be appreciative. She always makes fun of my Target obsession too. It's like the same thing. It's like they do have good stuff there sometimes for like under $30.
Yeah, he would be happy to buy all of his clothes at
Okay.
I love that. I'm Team
Yeah.
Luke on that one.
I just, again, it's got like Marshall's energy where it's all sitting out and people are like
Yeah.
throwing stuff. Like just the experience. I'm like, and for these reasons, I'm out. Like I cannot even go down that clothes aisle. It gives me anxiety. All right, let's talk about your famous segment from Instagram, Fridge Foraging, which has been a real inspiration
Oh,
to
good.
me.
Yeah.
I'm not a good cook. I actually like didn't even know how to chop an onion before like a couple years
Yeah.
ago. But
You
just
also
this-
didn't know where any like utensils were in your kitchen either. So
Right,
there's
I
Who's
did not
cooking?
care.
Is Chris
Yeah.
cooking?
Chris is cooking. I married someone who can cook. I've gotten better the last couple years, but it still inspires me to go, let me just see what I got
Yeah.
and let me try to whip something together. So the idea is see what you got and make something happen.
Yep.
I do realize there are some skills that go into that. I've had some real misses over here, but
Yeah, so have I.
yours look pretty damn good, Amanda.
I
haven't
worked as a
seen
food
any
stylist, so I know
major-
how to make misses even look good, you know.
Are you fridge foraging
Yeah.
most nights though? Is that sort of how you're doing it, or are you planning ahead? You got a couple go-tos? Like,
Yeah.
what's real life over
I mean,
there?
real life is probably half and half, or maybe 3/4 plan, kind of one night a week, just throwing together whatever we have.
Okay.
And that actually stemmed, I don't know if I ever told her, but Allie, kind of our mutual friend, I remember dinner with her so many years ago. And you guys are obviously like so accomplished. You went to graduate school together. And I remember talking to her and she's like, I'm so afraid to cook. I'm afraid to make dinner. And I was like, what? You're afraid to make dinner? And she's like, yeah, I just don't want to mess up. And so that, I kind of remember that conversation and then looking at the landscape of like the food recipes that were available on the internet at the time. And they were just so SEO driven of like how to get people's attention rather than actually making something delicious.
Right.
So that's where fridge foraging came from, of like, you can make something with what you have, you know, it'll be delicious. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Even when
Well, and yours are good because they don't have a lot of weird ingredients. Like I remember getting overwhelmed because it's like, oh, that looks good. Oh, wow, that's going to take.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that. I don't have
Yeah.
that.
Right.
you have to go to 3 different grocery stores and it's just not
Totally.
possible. And so
Yeah.
that's where that stemmed from, of like, just using what you have, you'll save money, you'll save food waste.
Mhm.
And
the food waste is huge because it's hard for me
Yeah.
in that way. I try my best, but it's like I try to plan, do
Yeah.
dinners, but there's so many times I'm like, oh, I forgot about that
Yeah.
lettuce, or I forgot about the spinach, or that lemon is like rotting in my fridge right now.
But I mean,
like, I forget.
I think
about
you're
that
being
stuff.
thoughtful about it, right? I think there are a lot of people that just don't even, you know, like I've seen that meme of like, there's just like an empty a full thing of salad greens that are just mush, and it's not funny. Like you're wasting food. And so I think being thoughtful about it is kind of half the battle. And then using it and being creative with it. And it is a muscle, right? So like the more you do it, the easier it becomes to cook in general. But the more you're like, oh, I can throw this and this together without any expectations, just that it'll be thing and it'll be delicious, was really the whole kind of goal of fridge foraging.
I love it. And so you have inspired me as well. I love the fridge foraging concept. And I do think for us real people over here who aren't great chefs, AI helps too, because I'll go around and do what you do, and then I'll say, okay, AI, I have 5 items. What can I make? And Claude will tell me. And so I find it to be
Like,
easier
we need
now.
like an Amanda GPT. I just realized.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I got this is my basket of weird ingredients. What can
Yeah.
I? What
But I
can
mean, I
make?
think that the resources there to put it in AI and have AI tell you kind of how to use it is amazing, right? Like you don't need
Mhm.
to Google recipes. It'll just kind of spit out whatever you guys should make. And so I think it's a possibility. And you save money. I remember my first day in cooking school, the instructor was like, every time you throw out an ingredient, you are literally throwing out money. And in a time when food is just so expensive, when you throw that away, you're literally just putting your money in the trash. And so at least try to use
Right.
it before.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of times, like in my brain, I'm sort of like starting with the protein, and then I'm like, okay, then what around it? Like, what do you have a framework
Yeah.
for your fridge foraging? Is it protein first, or is it like fresh produce
Yeah.
first, or what's your step process?
It's
to get
protein
in the
now.
brain?
Luke is like really healthy. Luke is probably healthier in terms of what he eats than I am. He's
Yeah.
just like only eats rat.
Annoying. Yeah, he's annoyingly healthy.
Annoying to cook for.
But like when I met him,
You're like, "Oh,
he
shoot."
only had string cheese and beer in the fridge. And so I take responsibility for creating this person who doesn't want to eat pasta.
You created this
I know.
monster. This
Yeah.
is
But he just needs protein. So we'll always start with some protein and then build it around it. Pasta and rice are so easy, but I think, I want obviously to make something that he'll eat as well. And so we do protein. And as a middle-aged woman, apparently all I'm supposed to eat is protein. So that's
nothing else.
Yeah,
Nothing
exactly.
else.
Your body weight and protein. No,
Now
no
this
problem.
might be a me problem, but thinking ahead enough to defrost the meat is a real pain point over here. Are you guys thinking ahead and like moving meat to the fridge the night before, or what's working?
I think there's
for
two
you?
things. You do kind of have to like think about what's in there a little bit. You can defrost chicken pretty quickly. But I'll focus on, I talk about it all the time in fridge foraging and it sounds so weird, but I love, like hamburger meat or that kind of like minced meat already that defrost so quickly, or shrimp or something like that. It just, things that defrost quickly are important, I think, when you go to buy them at the grocery store. But you do, like, even when you're doing breakfast for the kids, like, just pull out whatever protein you want and then just kind of force yourself to make it. Or the week before, buy the protein, which is what I do. And then I like force myself to use it so it doesn't go bad.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing repeat meals? So like we have a Friday night ritual where we kind of do the same thing every Friday. But then the other times I'm trying to mix it up. But my husband also he's annoying to me because he's like, okay, all I need is, rice and vegetable and beef, or, and I'll eat that 7 days a week. I'm like, but we have kids. They won't do that, but I want to stay in the healthy range for him too. So are you doing repeat meals or what are you doing?
It's like cyclical. Like right now I'm on like a grilled shrimp kick. It's like nice out. I can use the grill. I don't have to mess up the kitchen. And it'll kind of make Luke happy, and then do a salad or some rice on the side. Whether the kids eat it or not, I'll give it to them, but then I also kind of will supplement theirs. But it is cyclical. Like I'll eat a couple weeks in a row very similar and then kind of switch it. So there are things that, I'm not making.
Are you putting shrimp on a skewer to grill them, or are you marinating it? Or are we just going frozen pack grill top?
Love Kate.
You should probably defrost it first because like you're going to steam them. They're still frozen if you throw them on the grill. What I've been doing now is I learned this from one of the cookbooks that I wrote with Stobe a long time ago, is you take a cast iron pan, put it on the grill and heat it up. And then once it's hot, you throw in the shrimp and then let that cook and then add in like garlic and lemon and parsley. And that's it. And then I usually get like some bread from the grocery store and then a salad, and it's like 10 minutes. Really easy. So I'll do things like that. And we just fixed our grill. It was broken for so long. So now I'm doing a lot of grilling just because you don't have to mess up your kitchen. You can.
Well,
I need to get
this
a little
time
more
of year,
comfortable.
it's so nice to use it again. It's like,
there's nothing better. I love the flavors off the grill.
mm-hmm.
I need to get a little more comfortable with my grill, admittedly.
Is it like a gas grill or is it?
It's gas, but you have to throw a match in.
Oh no! I think you should look into
what
that.
Kind of grill is it?
Yeah, that doesn't seem right, Kate.
No, you do. And I made Chris do a YouTube video, not really, but like for me, recording the steps to like, okay, then you turn this,
just
then
stand
you
back,
throw it here, and then you blow your eyebrows off. No, but it's just like these little hurdles for me feel hard.
Yeah.
But I need to get a little more, or maybe I need a new grill.
Well, I will just say, I usually have my husband or a neighbor turn on the grill because one time in my teen years, I cinched my eyelashes back from a grill pop, similar to what Kate might do if she continues to throw a match in there. So like, I'm a little scared of it myself.
Does your like lighter not work? Your igniter?
No, mine does. Yeah, it's
don't think we
it's
have
a simple
one.
button. It's just a fear of mine. But yours should have just a button, Kate.
I don't think so. I don't think
I'll call Chris after
call
this. I'm going to
Chris.
double
Call
check.
Chris. Fact
Yeah.
check me.
I think when you can grill for kids, it like kind of makes everyone happy. Grill like husbands, partners, kids, and like
What else are you grilling? Are you going like kebabs a bunch or burgers?
I do
or...
kebabs, some chicken kebabs, and then I've been doing these like chicken avocado smash burgers. And then Olivia, my oldest, will always eat a hamburger, so I get some like really nice meat and like hamburger meat. And Palmer loves a hot dog, so like I'm okay.
Are you making fresh hamburgers or will you go frozen?
I do fresh, yeah. And I don't know why.
Fresh,
I've never
okay.
even thought about doing frozen. I don't know why, but like
Well,
I
it's
do.
Probably good.
'cause it's better. Yeah.
Probably there's something probably very
I think-
sage about that.
I think you can probably get some really good ones that are pre-frozen. I don't know why. Maybe I should actually just get frozen ones.
Okay. Now, what about how are you fighting? Or maybe your kids are different than mine, but do they always want chicken nuggets? Do you have like the all I want is butter noodles situation happening in your home?
I mean,
And what do you do with it?
100%.
Okay.
And for the most part, I don't fight it. I just find better quality ones, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
the mac and cheese that they love, but I get it with like there's like a brand that has 15 grams of protein in it. So that's like my
What's that brand? Is that a Whole Foods thing?
Whole Foods thing, yeah. I want to say Annie's maybe or whatever. It's in that like mac and cheese.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Or they've caught me, but I put cauliflower in it. And so it's like a little bit of vegetable. But then they're like, what's these like hard things in there, Mom?
Yeah, I've gotten
Yeah.
busted a few times for trying to. Anne tries to do this shit. She's always like, "Oh, it tastes just like spaghetti, except it's zucchini."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "It's fine. It's a
Spiralizer?
zucchini side. It is not spaghetti."
I just appreciate you said it because when I say it, it's like Kate's like, "Oh, disgusting." When you say it, she's like, "I bet that's delicious."
No, I think I also told Amanda we're not putting cauliflower. My kids will sniff that out
Right?
so quick.
Yeah.
What about a pasta? Do you have a like go-to healthier pasta?
I want to know that too.
Pasta that they will eat?
Or
Not
just-
really. For me,
Okay.
maybe, but like they won't. I'm trying to think if they.
Yeah.
So we have.
Are you making your own pasta
No,
over there or
no.
No. Okay.
I haven't made that since like definitely not since a child was born. Am I making fresh?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
But I do like we sell this bolognese at Little Rad, which is and bolognese in general has a ton of vegetables and like the base celery, carrots, onions, and then ground beef. They will eat that, which makes me pretty happy for like the protein and veg standpoint with pasta.
Totally.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on like the protein pastas?
I don't know. I think anything that's like
It's more marketing
Yeah.
than anything.
I don't
maybe?
love things that are as I say I put cauliflower in everything in my kids, but I don't like things that are pretending to be other things. If that makes sense, like just be a pasta and be okay with it, but make it a good pasta. Or if you want it organic, get it organic, or get it made with whatever you need. But the things that are pretending to be other things bother me.
Yeah.
What about bread? My kids love, sandwiches, bread, all the things.
Yeah.
When I try to buy the, I don't know, slightly healthier
The
stuff
Dave's
that
or something?
I like, the Dave's, they're
Yeah.
not going for that. I don't know. Are you buying like fresh French bread and like cutting it?
And they don't
No.
want that either. Like
You're just giving them white bread.
no, I mean I give them like whole wheat bread. They want the butter bread. That's what they want. And
yeah.
I find the honey wheat. It's the same brand I grew up with at like Nature's Valley or whatever it is. They're all called
Okay.
Nature's Valley. Like any healthy thing is. But I tried the Dave's and they're like, Mom, this is gross. And so
Yeah.
I get the honey wheat.
Okay.
There's no
And what sandwiches will they eat? Will they eat just like turkey sandwiches?
Yeah, they want peanut butter and jelly, and I don't do those for some reason. I just feel like they're in it for the jelly, and it's nothing but sugar. They'll eat turkey. They love boar's head. I love boar's head. Like it's a very specific type of turkey that they like.
From the deli
The
counter.
deli counter. Yeah. So none of that packaged. But even I remember being 12 and being like, please don't make me eat that like slimy meat that's in the plastic container.
Yeah.
It,
We
gr-
can
it
all
grosses.
agree.
Yeah, it grosses me out. But even now, they try to scare you with the deli meat at the
know.
deli, and we used to only do a lot
Yeah.
of the deli meat, so that I've kind of tried to switch it up. But I get in my head about it though. I'm like,
But
oh,
I think
is this
I
bad?
think it's not great, but I don't know. Like it just tastes better. So that's right.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm also not roasting a chicken or a turkey every
No.
week too, because some of those are like, well, just make it yourself. It's like on occasion, like I think that is fine. I can make that and slice
Yeah.
it up for the week, but I'm not doing that every
No,
week.
we have better
That's just not
things to do.
possible. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I might try tuna fish soon. Like I remember having a tuna fish sandwich and loving it. I mean, I still have a fish sandwich. So
We do a tuna salad, like a,
Yeah.
you know, can opener. And
but that's like, I think a good way, a good entry point. I mean, I remember getting bologna sandwiches on my lunch, like barf. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The things we ate back in the
No.
day, it's like they'll be fine. You know, we used to come home and crush a Totino's pizza before
Yes.
basketball practice. And it's like, ooh, gross. Like,
But you guys
Yeah.
grew up like athletes, right? So like I think it's all relative, right? Like,
Yeah.
but no, I think anyone that grew up in the 90s was not eating well. You know, I remember nothing but like Snackwells in high school. A lot of
Mhm.
and after college, I was in New York with like living with friends from college, and we ate nothing but Tasty Delight. Did you guys ever know what that was? It's like a frozen yogurt.
Uh-huh.
It's not actually. There's nothing real in it.
What is it?
It is basically like a TCBY, but with no calories. Like I'm like, why did we
Okay.
do that? You know? But
yeah,
we
right.
make these choices, and
Well, I used to eat bagels with cream cheese and Doritos on top.
That was like lunch.
That's
Yeah,
filth.
yeah.
That's filth.
That is filth.
I kind of
yeah.
want it right now secretly, but it's gross.
Say it's
I
filthy.
mean,
say
I'm
it.
not-
it's
yeah,
all
I'm not
about
proud of
like I don't know proportions, only a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What gets
Okay.
me?
I will
Yeah.
say I have seen a pivot where most people now are not as worried about certain things if they're real foods. You know, if it's like real good ingredients, like you were saying, like from
Yeah.
from Whole Foods. It's like if it's good ingredients, then you don't have to be as worried. And I kind of like that mindset, especially for my
Yeah.
kids. It's like, let's make it, if I make something from home versus buy it
Yeah.
packaged, I don't want it to have all the processed things in it. So as long as I'm
Yeah.
trying to think about it that way, it makes me feel better. But I don't know.
I mean,
if
it's
that-
moderation and quality for me.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're gonna have sugar, but I feel like I can control what kind of sugar they're gonna get most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time.
yeah, I like that.
Sports, I find sports a little tricky because it's like they have these snack bags after a lot of the games,
Yeah.
and it's just crap after crap on these
Yeah.
bags. So
Yeah, that is tricky.
like, my husband's coaching Little League, and he put out an email that's like, "We're not doing snacks," like just like the grump that he is. I was kind of glad though because I'm
Yeah.
like, good. That's just
Well,
like
I do think Ace is starting to age out of it where it's not every game that they have these things
Yeah.
anymore, which I appreciate because it is true. It's like I'm trying to eat healthy and then all of a sudden around every corner they can grab
Yeah.
something. It's like
I feel
oh.
like snacks growing up for us were like oranges and like bananas.
Right.
And now they are like
Yeah.
full on, fiery Doritos or whatever. My thing is the candy sometimes. Like they come home with a ring pop at least once a week. And I'm like, where did you get a ring
Mhm.
pop? Or they go to
Yeah.
birthday parties and there's always a ring pop in like the
Yeah.
bag. And I struggle with that because it's not even like,
it is kind of funny actually now that I'm thinking about it. Like for a pretty healthy society and like so many moms talking about like how can we, make custom high protein pancakes, like how much crap we're giving them at all these sporting events and parties.
I mean, it's true. Or birthday parties or anything. Like it is.
Yeah.
I also saw, do you remember that candy where it came in a kind of a bag and you took like a sugar straw and ate it? Do you guys?
Oh yes,
Fun
like
dip.
the fun dip. Fun dip. Yeah.
Olivia
yeah,
came home
yeah.
with a fun dip and I was like, what? It's just like
Mhm.
eating
Yeah.
sugar.
Those are fire though.
Literally.
Well, and even Easter that just happened, we loaded up again.
I know.
Can't get away from it. I do like the moderation though. It's like everything in moderation because you can't control
No,
everything.
you can't. Yeah. So I'll do the,
But as a mom, I feel a little now, I think, and this is not a good thing, by the way, but I feel a little like I'm thinking about what I'm doing when I'm on snack
Yeah.
duty because I know other moms are going to judge me. So I'm like, I'm going to do the healthy thing because that's what I want. But also some people may be like, oh, nerd, like not all the kids take it because they don't want it. But I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'd rather that.
What do
than
you
the
hold
mom.
on? What are you putting in there? I'm nervous for you.
What do you mean? Well, I'll just get like the healthier snack option from like, the Costco or like the
Okay.
healthy
You're
popcorn.
still doing like an organic gummy or a popcorn.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
All
Or
right.
like an orange and a string cheese.
I got
or-
nervous you were serving bran muffins for a second.
Oh. No.
I did make a really
All
good bran muffin that Olivia ate. So maybe they can make a comeback.
I would
Yeah.
trust your brand muffins, Amanda.
Yeah.
Luke didn't like it, but Olivia did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you. Any other final thoughts or questions
No,
or?
I mean, I think as parents, we put so much pressure on ourselves to like have it be perfect. But I think if you could just make delicious things and focus on quality, you're kind of halfway there. And to know that even though like I have restaurants, I still struggle with that. Everyone's like, "Oh, your kids must eat so well." I'm like, they don't. Right? I have chicken nuggets in the freezer right now. I have hot dogs. Like it is.
Yeah.
I think getting them to eat good quality food is like it's hard. It's really hard. So
You did just inspire me to do a little bit better at breakfast, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to try more smoothies. I think those protein pancakes are doable.
will your kids eat eggs?
Um,
Eggs is like we eat so many eggs.
Yeah.
I have one that will eat eggs and even like make them herself now, which is
that's nice.
sweet. She did that this
Yeah.
morning. And then I have one that just won't eat much of anything, but I can get him to eat yogurt
Okay.
and fruit, but it's just, he wants butter toast or bagels.
I don't blame him either. Like that's they're all very tasty.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I got one really tricky one because it's like we have a specific set of food that he'll eat and like no experimentation beyond that allowed.
Yeah.
We're doing our best.
We are all just doing
Do
our
your best. Yeah.
But I think
like that.
smoothie.
Yeah.
I think I could sneak some stuff in this.
You 100% can. Just make it fruit forward and then stick in some spinach and serve it in a cup that they can't see into. That's the key. So they can't see the green flakes floating around in there.
Smart.
Yep.
I like that.
Need opaque.
Genius. Yeah.
Opaque.
An opaque cover. That's my advice.
Add to cart.
Yeah.
Add to cart. Add to cart.
Well, and before we go, just shout out to Radish and Little Radigan. If you're in the Nashville area, you're
So
growing very
delicious.
fast. Congrats on your
Thank you.
growth, and
I
it is
know.
awesome.
Thank you. And I'm so
It's
proud of
delicious.
And if you're not following Amanda Fredrickson on Instagram, do it immediately.
guys.
It's a great follow, very fun and inspiring. And
Your entire Thanksgiving is our entire Thanksgiving because I've stolen so many
Oh, good.
recipes from you.
Yes,
I love
okay,
it. I love
Thank
it. So
well,
yeah.
I used to go to Amanda's,
know.
like she used to have the best Friendsgiving.
I miss those days. I would like to bring them back.
I do too. I know. Come visit.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks for joining us.
I'm so proud of you
Appreciate you
guys.
so much.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. All right.
Thank
Bye,
you.
honey.
All right. So that was a wonderful segment. And I cannot stop laughing at the fact that you, the entire time, were drinking a Diet Coke and the whole thing was asking questions to Amanda on like, how do we
About
better
health.
ourselves? What do we put in our bodies that's healthier?
Why did you not hand signal me or something? That was so embarrassing. I was literally, she's talking about healthy food and I'm chugging a Diet Coke.
Well, and you were also like, yes, me too. I always do that.
We need a hand signal while we're in the
No.
middle of a segment. You're like, you out of here.
It's, on podcasts with guests, it's not going to be like wave it from my face and be like, you.
We need like a, play with your earring signal of like, you need to quit that immediately.
No, that's too funny. I just loved it. It was like pure gold when we called it out at the end.
Oh my God. Someone also just told me the term fridge sig for a Diet Coke. Have you heard
Yeah.
that?
I think you just said that.
I was like, nothing feels more true than me getting my afternoon cig. Just
Listen,
hitting the ASMR, cracking the Diet Coke.
it makes it so much more disgusting.
Yeah, it does. In a
I
great
don't,
way.
and again, I don't think like my Olipop obsession is like that much more above you, but I still rise above.
Now, that's more of the you're vaping. You
Yeah.
have a menthol vape, and
Yeah.
I am just like over here, just
You're puffing
taking
out
I'm
like
puffing out rips of Marlboro.
A marble red.
Oh, anyways. All right. That was
Okay.
fun. We're going to try to have a guest every month. So if you know of any good guests, that would be great. We got a couple in the works, but send them on over or make some introductions for us. We'd love that. It's kind of a fun way to break it all up.
Yeah. It
Awesome.
is.
You got a tech tip for us today?
I do. It's a pretty easy one, but the tech tip today is take time without like asking your kids in a parent to kid way
Mm-hmm.
what's going on their iPad. So like if your kid's into a game that you may not know fully what's going on, just sit next to them from an enjoyment standpoint and kind of let them teach you about the app.
Mm-hmm.
And so you learn a lot from a parental control standpoint, but the kids, are honest and don't say anything. they just are talking about their full experience. And so you can learn, like, is the game really what you want? I found out, for instance, that the amount of ads getting hit to the kids in one of the Golf Clash games that Ace likes, that doesn't have, I turned off chat. It's pretty minor as far as, like, negative. It's just like a golf game.
Yeah.
He's getting hit with so many ads. I'm like cutting it. It's like, it's uncomfortable, the experience.
Now, wait a second. Your tech tip was about bonding with your kid over their iPad, I thought. You just cut a game after, or was that not? Wasn't it like, oh, cool, that's a cool...
It was trying.
I think where you were going with that is have conversations that is aligned with their interests to connect with them, right?
No. I was trying to dig and see what was happening on
that whole
app.
thing was a snooping tip. You're hilarious. You did not tee that up right.
Without making it feel like it's an interrogation, but you find out what's going on the app.
No. I was thinking you were saying bond with them about something they enjoy with tech. So it's not always you policing or coming after them or telling them to get
not
out
what
of
I was
it.
saying. It was my tech tip.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. All right. We got to move on. What's your obsession?
My obsession is my protein coffee in the morning, since we were talking a lot about food today.
You and your supplements. It's a lot. Okay. Tell me about it.
No. So you can do it multiple ways, but you take whatever, like, milk you prefer. It could be oat milk, it could be almond milk, it could be a creamer that you use already, and you add a scoop of protein to it. And you can do a little bit of honey if you're not doing a creamer and you're just doing like a milk, and you froth it up and then pour your coffee over it.
Mm-hmm.
It is dynamite. And I'm getting so much more protein in my morning routine. And I don't like to eat breakfast first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And that's usually a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So they say.
Yeah.
So I've been enjoying getting at least 20 grams of protein with my coffee, and it tastes delicious.
Okay. Well, I actually was going to message you for your recommendation of protein powder because I was inspired by Amanda to start doing like morning smoothies.
Yes.
Now that feels like an easy spot for a scoop of protein.
Easy. So if you're doing it, I love morning smoothies for the kids, and then I'll do a smoothie later on because, again, I'm not like hungry first thing.
No, I know. So maybe getting some protein in my coffee is not the worst, but it better not taste like whey protein. That's what I'm telling you.
This one, I will absolutely post and put the link to the protein that we use, because it is blending very well in the coffee, and I think it is specific.
I have
to this
literal
type of
PTSD.
protein.
Now that maybe it's too strong. Sorry for all you people out there with real PTSD, but I had so many protein shakes in college as I was trying to like bulk up for college athletics that the mere whiff of whey protein will make me gag. Like it is like such bad memories of all of that it's it's like in there, it's like, I know it's not that bad, but from my past, you don't know what I went through.
I have the most dramatic daughter, and sometimes I'm like, where did she get this from? And then I hear you tell a story, and I'm like, she got it from her Aunt Kate. She's so dramatic.
You're more dramatic
than me.
It was
20 some odd years ago, not to put you on blast, but like, get over it. It's like, I used to not be able to drink tequila. Now I can. I can drink tequila. I had a bad experience in college with tequila. I'm back on the tequila train. Get over it.
All right. Let me try some protein. Let me start scooping it here and there. I will say on the protein morning thing, I just upgraded our yogurt to that one that you had recommended. I'm going to say it wrong, but is it like Oikos?
Yeah. I don't know how to say it either.
You take a step. Oikos?
Oikos.
I'm sure the Greek people just rolled over in their grave. They have a high protein yogurt that my kids actually like. So
it's the best.
They
also have single serving.
The single serving.
Of that.
That's what I do.
So we do the big one for breakfast and stuff, but single servings, I've been putting it in their lunch, especially if they have an early lunch. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So weave that in. Glad you like it.
Okay. Also, my obsession.
Yeah. What's your obsession?
Is a cocktail. I got a new recipe from my friend Lauren. Shout out Lauren. This is a skinny margarita recipe with Blanco tequila. Now,
Okay.
here's the key: fresh orange juice. Were you expecting that? I wasn't.
No, I mean, whoa.
Yeah.
What is it? Groundbreaking.
I did go a little too hard in the paint there, but I was fresh squeezing orange juice and limes. And then you do a little Topo Chico, and then you do a tahini rim.
Yeah,
Man, this thing
tahini
was
rim's where
fire.
it's at.
And you can make it stronger or not stronger depending on how much Topo Chico you add and how much tequila. But
Now, I think
this
the
thing
Topo
was rip-
Chico is the groundbreaking part of here too.
Mhm.
That's I like that.
this is a
lot.
skinny because it doesn't have any of that mixed taste. You know,
Yeah.
some margaritas, it's like you could chew it.
right.
This is real light, real citrusy, real refreshing. And I made them kind of light because I didn't want to like drink heavy. It was so delicious. What do you
So
love at?
You're like total lead up to orange juice as if it was like the most
I
earth shattering thing that
to
has
me it
ever
was. I
been
never would have
had.
thought of orange juice in a margarita. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a mixologist and everyone's like, yeah, of course.
Of course, but I will say that sounds delicious, and I haven't had a skinny margarita. I haven't made a skinny margarita for a very long time, so I think you've inspired me, and it's the perfect time of year.
I think it's going to be my drink of the summer. I decided.
Love it.
Last year was the Hugo Spritz. The
Yeah,
year
which
before
I love.
that, the year before that, I went hard on Paloma.
Yeah,
This is similar to a Paloma, but I do think the orange juice and the Topo Chico and the tahini rim. I'm
Yeah.
also going to play around with like how to spice it up with some jalapeno. So,
yes, a muddled jalapeno before a
exactly.
little spicy marg. Love the idea.
Yeah. So I'm going to go homemade, healthier, spicy marg summer.
Okay, I might join you because I'm obsessed with my highball still with my Olipop.
Yeah.
It's just whiskey and Olipop. This is hilarious, by the way, too. So we made one I told you my weekend was rough. So one of the nights we got home, Phil and I were like, highball? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And all we had was like $100 bottle of whiskey. You should have watched it. He was so upset with me pouring that in a highball.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you can't use the Blantons for that. And I was like, honey, I used to be in the alcohol industry. I know exactly how much this is. And do you deserve to have the more high end stuff just because you drink it straight? No, like, let me live. And
Yeah.
he's like, literally, you're ruining it. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, kind of, but I love it.
Even at a bar, I feel like sometimes the bartender judges me because I'll ask for like a Woodford and Diet. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're
I
ruining
know.
this. And I'm like, whatever. I do what I want.
I do what I want. Let me live. You
Let
don't
me put
deserve
my-
higher
let me-
end alcohol just because you drink it straight.
Let me put my fridge cig right into this high end whiskey and live my best life.
Totally.
All right. What's your obsession?
I already did my obsession.
Sorry, what was it?
It was the protein. Remember, you went on a whole thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
how protein is. Also, we have to go back to you doing the tech tip, I guess, because you totally ruined my tech tip.
I know, we
People,
got off- we
Kate
got
asked
off.
me to do a tech tip today to take it off her back. I took it, and all she did was shat on it.
It was a weird one. All right.
All right, so
Let's
next
wrap
week,
this-
be on
Let's wrap
be
this
on the
puppy
lookout
up.
for Kate's tech tip.
Well, it will at least be coherent. There we go. All right. Let's wrap it. Fun epi, and follow us, rate us, share us with your friends. Peace
Please.
out. Lilas.
Lilas.